He needs to go in with me to help me turn this lady in. Alright, that's what needs to happen. Let me... Fucking nutty. Jesus goddamn Christ. Maybe this is it. Alright, gotta call Tom.
Sorry, I'm not available at the moment. Please leave a message. Thank you.
Obviously, just now recorded.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To send a fax, press 4 now. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Tom, I really need to be done with Molly, and she was just beating on my vehicle trying to find you. I don't know where you're at, which is a good thing, I am sure. Whatever you got going on with Molly, now she's trying to run around saying that you fucking took her money or you owe her money or something like that. But I don't care. I'm done with Molly, Tom. Alright, at this point, it has become chronic harassment. I need you to go in with me to talk to the police about this situation. I literally had to talk to the police today to try to get something done about Molly. I need her to leave me alone. Alright, I am in the process of trying to get a protection order against Molly. Okay? Since the day I started helping you, she's been doing this fucking nutty bullshit, and I need it to stop, dude. I should not be being victimized for trying to help you. I'm still a homeless and disabled male. When stuff like this happens this time of night, you know, that's the thing, is that tides of change. Sure, I'm supposed to call them if something happens. But, well, it's past 9 at night. It's weekend time, so that's when they don't work. So, what do? I guess they have another number other than the one that I have. And I could try that one, and I probably will in just a few minutes if Tom doesn't get back to me. Molly's making my life hell. She should have left me the fuck alone, just like Maddie Boa should have left me the fuck alone. Just like Blaine McCrelius should have left me the fuck alone. There's a lot of people that just should have left me the fuck alone. Now, they leave me very few options. With me being a male, basically my options are take the abuse or get violent. And I'm not okay with either of those. Do not force violence upon me. Just because I do not fight back most of the time does not mean that I will not react. Just because I am autistic and can take a little bit more pain than other people doesn't mean that I don't feel pain. And just because you abuse me for exhibiting the same emotions that you exhibit doesn't mean that I don't have the same emotions that you do. With the exception of embarrassment. Embarrassment is not an emotion felt by rational human beings. Kimberly Jepson, a Christian. In high school, she said that jealousy is the most useless emotion. Well, her God is a jealous God, according to her book. Jealousy is not a useless emotion. It gives us drive. My mother once told me, I told her I wanted to take an art class. She said Eric was the artist of the family. That's my older brother. She said, Eric's the artist of the family, but you might be an okay interior decorator. My mom always pushed me to be gay. Always wanted to push homosexual stereotypes on me. And then, of course, she wanted to tell me that she couldn't love me if I was gay. Well, I'm not gay. But I'll pretend to be gay for my mom's sake. If that's what she wants, fine. I'll pretend to be gay. That way she can justify her hatred and stupidity. As far as Molly goes and her fucking repeated harassment, repeated threats against my life, repeatedly told, leave me the fuck alone. I washed my hands clean to that bitch. She cannot see me as a human being or talk to me like I'm a human being. She needs to go the fuck away. If she's only going to pretend that I'm a human being when she wants something, like to stalk Tom, not happening. I got multiple recordings with Tom. I got multiple recordings with Molly. There's 2 people here in town that are homeless that I think might be able to help. Hopefully I'll be able to hit them up tomorrow. For the time being, I gotta be afraid to go to sleep because that fucking crazy nut job lady might come beating on my fucking window at any point in time. Fucking beating on my car. There's a big difference between knocking and fucking beating on somebody's car. If I got my headphones full fucking blast and somebody is beating on my car loud enough that I can hear it over, these go in my head. This right here, it goes in my head. See, it plugs into my head. With the volume all the way up, I can't hear shit. I pulled out my phone to start recording because somebody's seriously beating on my fucking car. Like fucking A, I just went to the cops today about Molly. I had to go to a fucking special agency called Tides of Change to try to get the people there to help me to turn in Molly. Now, they didn't give a shit about Molly. What they gave a shit about was that old dude who drives the Dolphin. Shit, I can give more than just a description. I could draw a picture of the fucking man. Yes, he's in my videos. This isn't where I want to fucking be. You think I want to be in the fucking Fred Meyer's parking lot? No, the people at Tides of Change told me to park over at the Blue Heron. Blue Heron says I can't do that because they'll get in trouble. Then the cops tell me they don't know why the people at the Blue Heron would say that. But the Blue Heron, obviously, is not a safe place to park to stay the night. Obviously, Fred Meyer is also not a safe place, but the people at Fred Meyer haven't told me I have to leave. They haven't been rude or inconsiderate towards me. Well, a couple of the employees have, but nothing major. Just basic hobo hating. But as far as this shit with Molly goes, like, yeah, I gotta be afraid to get out of my vehicle right now, but I'm getting out of my vehicle. Oh! There's a little bit of fog rolling along the ground. Like, why the fuck does this homeless bullshit gotta happen to me? Why do I have to deal with the fucking nut jobs? Well, you guys tell me there's all these fucking services that take care of this shit. No, they're not fucking taking care of it. They're looking the other fucking way. Oh, and look, nut job left me a fucking pillow. Great. I don't want her fucking pillow. What the fuck am I gonna do with her goddamn pillow? Don't make any fucking sense. Why the fuck is she dropping her goddamn pillow off over here? Why the fuck am I still dealing with this fucking nut job? Oh yeah, because I don't have a safe place to fucking go. Like, see, there's my vehicle. There's the pillow. There's my vehicle. There's the pillow. Here's where she beat on my fucking vehicle. Yay! Fucking fun. She beat on it here. She beat on it over there. She beat on it over here. She fucking beat on it back here. Like, holy shit. You really think this is what I want to fucking deal with? I want to be left the fuck alone. Do I want to be in a fucking Fred Meyer's fucking parking lot? No. But I don't want to be in any of the other parking lots where I'm going to get fucked with either. You say I fucking chose this shit? No, I don't choose for you guys to be fucking superficial, judgmental goddamn assholes. That's not my fucking choice. I don't choose for you to be sexist pieces of shit. And I don't choose for you to teach your daughters that they're fucking princesses, you fucking morons. Now your daughter's got unrealistic expectations, but you also taught her that, well, you taught her that boy on the playground hit her because he likes her. So you taught her abuse is love. What a fucking idiot you are. Great fucking parenting. Joshua Eichelberger. Man, I gotta tell you, that guy's a piece of work. He's got daughters, but he fucking treats them like shit. He was yelling at 2 3-year-olds. One of them his daughter, and one of them his, well, sort of granddaughter. I mean, technically Candace is Norman's son, or Norman's daughter, so it's not actually Joshua's granddaughter that he was yelling at. It was somebody else's granddaughter, sort of. The fact is, he was yelling at 2 3-year-olds that they were cunts. And of course, Tabitha Michelle Cook is recorded on my channel speaking about that. Now, I gotta worry about this fucking crackhead lady. I can't describe her as anything else. Like, she's fucking nuttier than goddamn squirrel turds. Like, I tell you guys that I'm nuttier than squirrel turds, but that's because all fucking humans are crazy. All of us. Every goddamn one of us. You will never find a human being that's not crazy. And if you do find a human being that's not crazy, it's just proof that you're fucking crazy. Now, isn't that crazy? It never should have gotten to the point where I had to call the fucking cops. I shouldn't have to go to a fucking agency to try to fucking turn in my predators. I shouldn't be being told things about female predators that obviously are not true when it comes to a man. A woman pretends that a man would do the things that Molly literally does. I have literally been to prison because people pretend I would do the shit that Molly is fucking pulling. I was in fucking prison because people wanted to pretend. So these people need to get off their fucking asses. Instead of just believing every goddamn thing that one of these fucking pigs say, you need to learn to do your fucking jobs. Well, what is your job? How many of you nurses and doctors that I have spoken with since Natalie's death, or prior, actually did your goddamn jobs as mandated reporters? Oh yeah, not a single fucking one, because you're dumb bitches. So with the lady at Tides of Change, who she's already doing more than anybody else well, anybody. When it comes to actual action, yes, I gotta fucking pull teeth like I do with anybody. But at least we've gotten to the point where actually committing to action. Instead of Megan Missigatis, who would, at this point, be blowing smoke up my ass and telling me about all of her personal fucking problems. Or, later on, huffing and puffing because she wants to talk about herself and, well, she knows it's recorded so she fucking can't. If you are going to tell me something that you are afraid of having recorded, you are trying to keep secrets. When I was a kid, we were taught not to trust any adult who wants us to keep secrets. So guess what? The cops wanted to keep secrets. The public pretenders wanted to keep secrets. My predators wanted to keep secrets. And because I try to show the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, I get treated like I'm the one keeping the secrets. Because I fess up when I screw up. I get treated like I'm trying to hide my screw-ups. You know, I lit a fire at Ken and Leah's. Out in the road, right next to their vehicle. Well, Ken's vehicle. You know why I got busted? Because I turned myself in. Not only did I turn myself in, I did so in grand fashion. I committed the crime, then I went to the internet and fessed up to it on the internet. Goddamn right I did. That was the only way at that point to get actual help. It was stupid. Stupid to make a disabled person go through that much hell. I gotta turn in crimes that have been committed by law enforcement across the nation. You think that's really gonna work? You think it's really gonna work to go talk to a fucking cop by myself to try to do something about that? Is that really what you think? Do you really believe that that is going to work? When I say I need help, I don't mean I need advice. I've known what I've needed since the very beginning. The people who promised that help to help me in person, the people who claimed to understand that I needed help in person, the people who claimed that they would help me in person. And after I jumped through all of the hoops that they expected me to jump through for that help, did they provide it? No, they fucking didn't. No. So do I owe it to them to keep that a fucking secret? Oh, you're telling my personal business. No, I'm telling mine. The shit that you fucking pulled is my personal business. The fact that you lied to me is my personal business. The fact that it deprived me of the assistance that I needed is my personal business. The fact that I am still victimized to this day over your stupidity and your assumptions is my personal fucking business. No, you can't make me feel bad for telling the fucking truth, dumbass. But you want me to feel bad because you got busted lying. Dumbass. Maybe you should have tried not fucking lying, dumbass. And then you fucking idiots want to judge me for fuck-ups that you made. Or you want to blame me for the actions of others. When people threatened your family, you wanted to treat me like I'm a piece of shit because the Bollingers and their friends fucking threatened to kill you and your family? You're a special kind of fucking stupid, you dumbass. Right now, I'm using up my gas. I'm down to almost no gas again already. And I'm using up my gas. Why? To make sure that my electronics are charged up in case I have to deal with Molly again tonight. The woman's a fucking controlling wingnut. She reminds me of Lana Engeline. Lana Engeline used to promise to pay me if I did work for her, right? So I'd do the work. And of course, she was also my pot dealer, by the way. So I'd do the work, and if I wasn't doing it fast enough, she'd smoke my weed. I'd already paid for it. It was Chapel, Nebraska, where pot smoking is illegal, and so is selling pot. And of course, Lana Engeline, once her work done, she promised to pay me cash for doing the work. And instead, she wants to change the deal after the work is done. And she's already smoked all my pot with Jerry Sparks. Jerry would apologize to me. I'm sorry, Sean, I didn't know that was your pot. It's okay, Miss Jerry. Here's the thing, they shouldn't have fucked with me. And by they, I mean, I don't give a fuck if they're your family or not. They do fucked up shit, I'ma fucking speak out. Your son rapes one of my friends, I'ma fucking speak out. I don't care if he's your son. I don't care if you're my best fucking friend in the whole goddamn world. If your son's a rapist or a racist, those are both equally as fucking disgusting to me. Am I racist? I certainly am. But I understand that it's not all white people's fault that so many white people did horrible shit to me. It's not every white person's fault that most of the white people in this country don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. When it comes to poverty and why people are in these situations, you want to blame it on drug addiction. No, most of these people weren't drug addicts until they were put on fucking pharmaceuticals. Or they enacted laws that make it illegal for you to use a fucking blanket at night. So you have to wander around aimlessly, hoping not to fucking freeze to death. At least you're wandering around aimlessly, because that'll help to prevent you from freezing to death. Then you gotta sleep during the day, because you're not sleeping at night. You have to sleep. But then you got shit that you're expected to do during the day. So you got to stay awake during the day and you got to stay awake at night. None of these fucking services are open at night. Let's hope Tom gets back to me. But here's the thing. Tom knows I'm not happy about the situation with Molly. He's going to keep on telling me how scared he is of her and all this other stuff about her. Well, he needs to go to the fucking cops with me. At this point, it has gotten to the point that she's beating on my fucking car. It's gotten to the point where I'm using up what little fucking gas that I have to try to make sure that I can record it if there's any further fucking altercations with that woman. 3 goddamn weeks of this shit is a fucking enough. What are they going to tell me? Move on to Portland? Oh yeah, that's going to go over well. Wherever they tell me I gotta show it, I have to go there in person to fucking try to show it to them in person. But then, even with me there in person to show it to them in person, they don't make any efforts to actually look at the fucking evidence. They make efforts not to look at it. That can't happen. For me to be going in there and having to roll in with somebody who's completely blind, selectively blind. That lady at Tides of Change has elected not to look at evidence. None of that until the cops are there. Well, then you're completely clueless as to what the fuck is going on, or any of the fucking crimes committed by the fucking cops, or the reason that I'm there to fucking begin with, which is to make sure that when I am victimized, something is fucking done before I've got some fucking wingnut beating on my goddamn vehicle. And then there's, of course, Martinez lying to me about the fucking law so that he doesn't have to do his fucking job. Thank goodness I record it. I would rather have this taken out in a court of law and have Martinez and his co-workers retrained how to do this fucking properly. Have it set up so that they are forced to do their jobs and forced to follow the law by having civilian oversight. By having actual advocates for the actual goddamn victims instead of being blown off like I was today. I mean, really, I should be playing that entire 2-hour recording for you guys, for my safety. No doubt I'm going to be asked to go 30 other places next fucking week. Now, those of you who say, well, why don't you do it over the internet? Are you going to help me do it over the fucking internet? Are you going to help me with that? Are you going to help me get the money so that I can go somewhere with fucking internet? That's before we can even get started going through it and getting it sent out to where the fuck it needs to go. You're going to tell me if I travel to where the fuck you are, you're going to help me once I get there? I tried that with Shannon Alvarado. She was too fucking drunk. I tried that with Brett Roloff. He was too fucked up on meth. He's actually in a video on my YouTube channel, this very channel, digging through his own fecal matter for a bag of fucking meth that he swallowed. Well, you guys want to pretend that I'm making this shit up? It's on my goddamn channel. Yeah, I could make it up. But I don't have to. I've got fucking proof that it actually happened. Now, Martinez tried telling me that harassment in the state of Oregon only refers to physical contact. That is not true. I looked the law up. Do you know why? Because I'm not a fucking moron. I don't believe everything the cops say because I know every fucking cop out there is a goddamn liar. That's what they learn. They learn how to lie and how to fucking murder. That's what cops are taught in this fucking country. You don't do anything about female predators. This right here, this situation with Molly, is a prime example. Just one of many examples of women taking advantage of disabled people and the elderly. Taking advantage of the fact that they have breasts in order to sway bias. The truth doesn't matter, does it? No, it doesn't. Nobody gives a fuck about the truth. They care about what people will think of them. And then they tell people like me, oh, you shouldn't care what other people think. Really? You know why Natalie Bollinger is dead? Because of what other people think. You know why Christine Buhit is dead? Because of what other people think. You know why people assaulted me? Because of what other people think. And who's telling them what to think? Law enforcement and the Bollingers. This is not acceptable. Through all of this, all I would have needed is one fucking person who actually gave a shit. Not fucking bullshitting me. Because you guys, you keep wanting to point out all this stuff that people promise to do. Oh, Sean, this person was going to do this and this person was going to do that. The point is that they fucking didn't. They didn't take any steps towards doing anything more than fucking making a promise. After that, it was bullshit and riding out the fucking clock and them talking about themselves non-fucking stop or giving me unfucking solicited advice based on their goddamn assumptions. And no, nobody's taking this situation seriously. Matter of fact, I should play this because although they did actually do something, it took a lot of fucking pressure on my part to get them to actually do it. I waited until I went into the office to let the lady at Tides of Change know what I was planning on doing today. Which is turn in Molly. She's just one of many people who have been predatory towards me. When you're out on the streets, that's what being on the streets is. You got a lot of people who are actually fucking crazy. And then you got people like her who will play crazy when it's fucking convenient. Anyway, you know how we end these videos, although I will be starting up another one immediately after this just to make sure that if she comes up fucking beating on my goddamn window again, or beating on my fucking fender again, or beating on my fucking hood again, or dropping off more fucking pillows, or fucking threatening me with the goddamn cops again, she needs to leave me the fuck alone. That means leave me the fuck alone. When Tom tells me to ignore her, not to answer her questions, and then she's coming up to my vehicle and beating on my fucking vehicle over a dozen times. She fucking hit my vehicle over a dozen fucking times. I had my music on so loud that I had to feel her beating on my fucking vehicle and go, what the fuck?
And then she beat on it hard enough for me to hear her. She had already beaten on it hard enough. My music was loud enough that she was beating on my vehicle hard enough for me to feel my vehicle jolt from her hitting my fucking vehicle. And then she hit it harder. And she kept fucking hitting it. While I was trying to get the recording going, I'm saying, who is it? She screams, it's Molly. I thought it might have been the cops. No, it's this fucking nut job that I have tried to turn into the cops 4 times now. Winds of change doesn't seem that much of a change from any of these other organizations that you go to that don't do shit. At least we're going through the motions. But as far as advocacy goes, no, the lady's not looking at the evidence. She's not helping me go through the evidence. As far as possibly using their office to do it, I mean, there's a lot to go through. You know, she's thinking it's gonna fucking get all summed up in a half-hour fucking episode of whatever fucking popular show you guys want to watch. At the end of fucking 26 minutes of film time, there's a conclusion, and the bad guys locked up, and the good guys have prevailed, blah fucking blah. But real life is fucking dirty and nasty and filthy and fucking dingy. Real life is full of fucking the smell of goddamn dead people. Real life is full of crazy people like Molly who aren't gonna leave you the fuck alone. When you need police to get involved because you're dealing with people like Molly, or someone like Molly, who has been taught that as an American woman, she should be entitled to every goddamn thing and should be allowed to break the goddamn law at will. Meanwhile, none of this stops the fucking abuse. Molly needs to stop fucking stalking me. She needs to leave me the fuck alone. But what the fuck are the cops gonna do about it? Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.